Okay, we found a random lifter box and a random cam box, and we will take the lifter box and we'll mark front on the lid, and then we'll mark front on the lower portion so that when somebody goes to put them back together, they can put them on the same lobe. Can't see it very well, but it is marked. And then I should get something to try and fish them out with. Yeah. Thank you, Chris. Something like this should do it, I think. Get them up and grab the edge of them. Now these boxes are supposed to have a little divider in them, so keeps them from falling all over the place. This one is missing it, so I'll have to go find it so that my efforts actually stay intact. And yes, that's the Hirsch. Awoken from his slumber. So yeah, I'll find a divider after before I knock this box all over. I doubt these things will ever see use again, but you never know. So just in case, oh, I might as well have it over here. So just in case somebody have a better chance of it lasting if they put them on the same lobe to get them off of. They're all coming out nice, which is a good sign. None of them are mushroomed at the bottom or anything, so actually coming out quite nice. Okay, that's them all in order. I'll go get the little divider here sometime before I get them all mixed up. And now we need a 1/2 inch for that. We'll take the gear off so we can take the chain off. And we'll throw the gear back on to pull the cam off. I decided to make a mess out front here, but it's staying tight, so I take it they must have put Loctite on the bolts because they're not spinning freely after. They got some drag on them, so it usually means they were Loctited in, which is pretty normal. We usually always do. And it looks like they had the bottom gear put in at the 0 mark, so it looks like they put the cam in straight up, didn't try to green it or nothing, by the looks of it. Not 4 degrees advanced or anything. So you can wiggle that guy off, you can get him off. Then you can take your gear and throw it back on the dowel and throw a bolt in it. And actually, oh, there goes the Hirsch. Okay, coming master. Come on. Keep cool. I'll just throw the bolts back in there and then he's got them. I'm not going to use these ones, and I'll probably just give him these gears and everything back. We'll probably try and just save the cam bearings in the block so I won't mark them up too much. I don't think the block needs to be hot tanked. It's got brass frost plugs in it. Would have had the water drained all the time. And it's got a little kit in the lifter valley where they're epoxied in. I just as soon not hot tank that. And then I don't have to hot tank the cam bearings, so then all that should be saved. Oh, we got a shim on the back. And then you just kind of gently work it out. Don't force it, and you really won't mark anything up too bad. And there should be one flat tappet mechanical cam. And they had a little shim on the back, so that would ride up against the block. I'll check the bearings, but I'm assuming they're all right. That one looks fine. So yeah, so I can give him this back and the chain back if he wants it. And then the next thing we'll be doing after that is doing the underneath. So yeah. Some point in time, we'll take the bottom all apart. I noticed this was loose. I don't think they use the high volume pump, so I'm not going to use that pump. And but everything else down here I should be able to use. Kind of interested to see what the bearings look like in this unit, so that should be interesting. So yeah, bear with me and we'll get the bottom end apart here. Not sure when, but in the fairly near future. I'm thinking, and I thought we can probably get it with that. Pull the pump out of it. And one more thing off what we don't have to worry about. I could get them apart today, but don't think I'm going to bother. I think I'll leave that for another day. Clean up some of my mess. Oh, I'm trying to download a video and that ain't working very good for whatever reason. Not sure. I have to try it all over again, but anyway, yeah, so there it is, getting stripped down. This has got all kind of that red kind of glyptol paint on it, so the oil runs down to the pan quicker is the whole idea in that. Kind of smooths up the casting. Gets you all back down to your pan, to your pump, so where you need it. That's the whole idea in that. You can see the screens there. You got any lifters coming apart. They won't make it down into the bottom end of the motor. Stuff will stay up top. That was one thing that we did a long time ago. So yeah, and you can see all the hand polished rods in there. Old school. They just buy rods now from Eagle or Scat or whoever. Back then that wasn't the option. They either weren't around or I couldn't afford that. So we went through the Grumpy Jenkins book and that kind of thing, and that's what we did. Polished them all up, shot peened them, and made them as strong as we could. Put ARP rod bolts and stuff in them. Okay, well, I'll clean up some of this mess so I don't have to come back to it in the morning, and then we'll be back.